The moment when the ground shifted beneath Umari on the afternoon of June 24th, 2026, releasing a twin volley of magnitude 7.2 and 7.5 shocks, the sky was painting a picture of brittle pressure finally snapping. This wasn't a random strike. From a mundane perspective, the chart of the moment shows a trigger mechanism aimed directly at foundations and the public psyche. With the Sun at 3 degrees Cancer, square to Neptune and barely separated from Uranus, we are looking at a signature of profound disorientation, followed by a jarring reality check. Neptune dissolves the solid, Uranus shakes it. The proximity of these aspects tells us the warning signs were likely obscured or underestimated until the physical rupture occurred. The cyclic index sits at 812.6 and rising, indicating a period where built-up energy doesn't just sit there, it seeks a way out. In this case, that dispersal was violent and geological. Most telling is the placement of the event chart's ruler. With Cancer rising, the moon commands the moment, yet she finds herself in Scorpio in the 12th house. The moon represents the common people and the public mood, in the 12th house of confinement and hidden affairs, and in a fixed, intense sign like Scorpio, this perfectly mirrors the horrific specifics of the aftermath. People trapped in the collapsed ruins of Altamira and Los Palos Grandes, the search for the missing in the dark, and the collective trauma of a city that feels suddenly besieged by the earth itself. The moon here is not mournful in a passive sense. She is entrenched, signaling that the rescue operations, now drawing in US and Mexican teams, are working against a complex, hidden adversary in the rubble. What it touches. To understand why this event hits Venezuela so hard, we have to look at how these sudden shocks interact with the country's own birth chart from July 5th, 1811. The transits are not light, they are structural. The headline signature is transiting Saturn in Aries, forming a tight square to Venezuela's natal Sun in Cancer. In mundane astrology, Saturn represents the land, infrastructure, and the hard reality of physical limits, while the Sun represents the nation's core identity and leadership. Saturn in Aries is in its fall. It is weak, agitated, and prone to breaking under pressure. When this aggressive, weakened Saturn squares the Cancer Sun, it is literally the picture of the national home and foundation being unable to withstand a sudden impact. The damage to the residential districts of Caracas is the physical manifestation of this aspect, the weight of the state, Saturn, crushing the domestic sphere. Deepening the wound is transiting Neptune's square to the nation's natal moon. The moon rules the people, and Neptune rules confusion, loss, and fluids. This transit speaks to the mass suffering, the injured, numbering already over 1,500, and the overwhelming sense of helplessness that descends on a populace during such disasters. It is a signature of grief that muddies the waters, making the clear path forward difficult to discern amidst the chaos. The death toll, currently climbing toward 188, aligns with Pluto's tight semi-sextile to that same natal moon, a brush with death for the collective that leaves a permanent scar. There is a small note of grace, however. Transiting Venus is semi-sextile the national Sun. In a chart this heavy, Venus represents the influx of material aid and diplomatic support. The arrival of foreign search and rescue teams is reflected here. It is the hand extended across the border, a practical offering of resources in a time of scarcity. It won't fix the structural break. That's Saturn's job, and he is currently ill-placed, but it mitigates the immediate human suffering. How it rolls forward. Looking at the road ahead, the astrological picture suggests that the rescue phase is merely the first step in a long, fracturing period of readjustment. The hard aspects from Saturn to the national Sun are not passing quickly. Saturn moves slowly, and his pressure on the nation's leadership and infrastructure will persist. This implies that the recovery of housing and the restoration of stability in the capital will be a slog, marked by bureaucratic delays and resource shortages. We must also watch the skies of July 2026 closely. A Uranus-Pluto trine is forming, exact later in July, Alongside a Uranus-Neptune sextile, Uranus is the planet of sudden shocks and seismic events. Pluto is the underworld and deep tectonic forces. While the immediate quake has passed, these lingering heavyweight aspects suggest the ground, both literal and political, may not be fully settled. Aftershocks are a real physical danger, but politically we may see sudden shifts in how the state manages the crisis, or unrest from a populace pushed to the brink by Neptune's fog and Saturn's hardship. The coming weeks will likely see a struggle between the need for authoritarian control to manage the disaster and the public's demand for truth and care. The narrative will move from the immediate shock to the grueling details of reconstruction. With the cyclic index continuing to rise toward dispersal, the energy is high and volatile. Summary. The astrological signature of the Umare earthquake is one of brittle foundations snapping under pressure, revealing a nation undergoing a painful but transformative rite of passage. First, we see ongoing instability in the capital as transiting Saturn squares the national sun, representing the conflict between infrastructure and identity. This suggests structural failures and difficult, slow reconstruction efforts in Caracas. Additionally, there is a profound humanitarian crisis, driven by Neptune square the natal moon, indicating a period of confusion, high casualty counts, and deep psychological trauma for the general public. On a brighter note, international aid operations are represented by the transiting Venus semi-sextile the Sun, which will provide necessary material support, but may face logistical hurdles amidst the chaos. Finally, there is potential for political or geological aftershocks with the approaching Uranus-Pluto trine in July, signaling that the shock of this event will continue to reverberate through the nation's institutions and the land itself. This is a moment where the Earth has dictated the terms, and the hard road of recovery is the only path forward. Recent history and where this is heading. The crisis in Caracas serves as a stark physical manifestation of the prevailing Saturn conjunct Neptune at 0 degrees Aries, a slow cycle emphasizing the erosion of rigidity and the dissolution of stabilizing structures. While the immediate trauma is seismic, the symbolism suggests this rupture is part of a broader global pattern where established forms prove unable to hold against invisible pressures. The crumbled skyline mirrors the underlying structural decay currently unfolding across nations. Looking ahead, the Uranus trine Pluto in mid-July tends to amplify revolutionary waves and deep upheaval, suggesting that the aftershocks, both geological and political, may persist as the nation attempts to reshape its identity amidst the debris. Furthermore, the total solar eclipse at 20 degrees Leo in mid-August likely signals another pivotal moment for national visibility, potentially illuminating the difficult path between state capacity and humanitarian need. Ultimately, these events, bound together by slow-moving currents, demonstrate that stories appearing unrelated on the surface share the same astrological weather, responding to the same celestial commands for structural transformation. Before you go, if this news has left you feeling unmoored or anxious about the ground beneath your own feet, please know that seeking a map for the days ahead is a brave step toward restoring your sense of safety. The monthly transit forecast can offer you a personal look at the planetary weather to come, helping you navigate the immediate aftershocks of life with a clearer sense of timing and preparation. And if you are looking for deeper insight into the hidden forces at play during such chaotic times, I would point you toward the full tarot reading, utilizing the Golden Dawn situation analysis spread. This arrangement is uniquely gifted at dissecting complex events by examining the causes above, the reality in the present, and the foundations below, which can help you find solid footings even when the world feels unstable. Both of these are available here at Occultique for you whenever you feel ready to look deeper. The cards are waiting. Today is Friday, the 26th of June, 2026. I am laying out the horseshoe spread, 7 cards from the Smithwaite Standard deck, to understand what the Venezuela quake truly means in the weeks ahead. This is a clear-eyed look at the rubble in Caracas, past influences, present paralysis, and the hard choices required to move forward without delusion. I will keep it direct. You need clarity, not comfort. Past influences, 7 of Pentacles. Here we find Saturn in Taurus, marking past labor sunk into earth and brick that looked solid. The brittle foundations gave way beneath Saturn in fall in Aries, squaring Venezuela's Cancer sun. This is the rotten harvest, and it feeds straight into the 8 of Swords. Yesterday's shoddy groundwork becomes today's blindfold. Present situation, 8 of Swords. Jupiter in Gemini scatters rumor whilst the binding cloth tightens. Caracas chokes on chaos. This mirrors the event chart's moon in Scorpio in the 12th house, people trapped in hidden ruins, and Neptune square the natal moon, fogging every statement. The world lies ahead, but release exists only once denial is ripped away. Immediate future, the world. The world is Saturn's card, marking the cycle the Umare shocks have brutally closed. It reflects foreign rescue teams arriving under Venus semi-sextile the Sun, yet Saturn squaring that Sun shows an ending that reckons with the state's limits, not celebration. The 7 of Cups follows. Do not mistake global attention for an easy fix. Best action/advice, 7 of Cups. Venus in Scorpio demands the cup that holds real graft, not mirages. The chart shows reconstruction under Saturn square. The Sun will be a slog, and the 7 of Cups warns against fantasy solutions from those in power. Flanked by the world and the 7 of Swords, the honest path leads through rubble, not around it. External influences, 7 of Swords. Moon in Aquarius brings external actors who are clinical but not fully committed. Teams cherry-pick which rubble to clear. The chart's Venus semi-sextile, the Sun offers aid, yet the 7 of Swords suggests some swords. Resources, truth get left behind. The Page of Wands next door wants swift action, but the 7 of Swords cautions. Watch for sleight of hand. Hopes and fears, Page of Wands. Earth of Fire and Mars-ruled Aries burn with hope that bold leadership can outrun collapse. My reading flags Saturn in fall in Aries, already crushing foundations, and the Page of Wands fears impulsive authority will botch recovery before the Uranus-Pluto trine arrives. Facing the 6 of Cups across the spread, the Page of Wands reminds us that speed without memory is another wrecking ball. Final outcome, 6 of Cups. Fun in Scorpio illuminates 12th house ghosts I spoke of. Collective mourning, not just rebuilding. Caracas must revisit its foundations, literal and institutional, across from the 7 of Pentacles, closing the loop on false harvests. The Page of Wands offers energy, but the 6 of Cups insists that only memory and honest reckoning can seed a true future. Summary. What this spread makes plain is that the Umare earthquake has ripped through illusions built over years, and the path ahead is neither quick nor kind. You are looking at a long grind of Saturnine pressure, where the 7 of Swords shows external help arriving with strings attached, and the Page of Wands warns that internal leadership risks rashness over rigor. The cards do not offer a fairy tale. They offer a map through the wreckage if you are willing to do the actual work.